What if I told you that the clutter in your home could be silently making you feel older? It's true. That pile of old furniture, those unused kitchen gadgets, and the closet full of clothes you never wear? They're not just taking up space, they might be draining your energy, making your home feel more cramped and chaotic than it needs to be. As we age, our needs change, and the things we once thought we couldn't live without can quickly become a burden. The good news is, it doesn't have to stay this way. In fact, by saying goodbye to unnecessary clutter, you can create a living space that feels lighter, more manageable, and, believe it or not, more energizing. This video is all about showing you how to let go of the things that no longer serve you, especially after 70. We'll talk about practical ways to simplify your space, which will not only help you stay organized, but also allow you to enjoy your home in a way that's comfortable and stress-free. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're here to help you live your best life at every stage, and today's tips will make a real difference. Now, let's dive into the first category of items to consider saying goodbye to: excess furniture. Over the years, many of us accumulate furniture that no longer serves a real purpose. Maybe it's a large dining table that's only used for special occasions, or a bulky armchair that you rarely sit in anymore. The problem with holding on to large pieces like this is that they take up space and make your home feel cramped. As we get older, it's not just about having more space, it's about having space that's easy to move through. Imagine trying to get around a room crowded with furniture that you hardly use. Not only does it make your home feel smaller, but it can also become a tripping hazard. If you're not using a particular piece of furniture regularly, why not free up the space? You don't need to hold on to items just because they were once important. Donate or sell what you no longer need, and you'll instantly notice a change in how your home feels. The fewer bulky pieces you have, the more open and easy to navigate your space will become. Now that we've talked about furniture, let's move into the next category: kitchen appliances. You know the ones I'm talking about, the gadgets you bought on a whim, thinking they'd make cooking easier, but they're now collecting dust in a corner of your kitchen. How many of us have an old blender or a waffle iron we used maybe once or twice but never really needed? Over time, we tend to accumulate these items, not realizing how much space they take up in our cabinets and on our countertops. The truth is, you don't need every kitchen gadget under the sun. As we get older, our cooking needs tend to get simpler. So, why not streamline your kitchen by keeping only the essentials? A good set of pots, a sharp knife, and maybe a slow cooker or air fryer are really all you need. Everything else? It's time to part with it. By clearing out those unused appliances, you'll create more space for the items you actually use. And let's face it, a more organized kitchen makes cooking so much easier. You'll be able to find what you need without digging through clutter, and you'll have more room to move around, especially if bending over to reach that forgotten blender on the bottom shelf has become a challenge. Let's keep moving forward with another big one: clothes. When was the last time you cleaned out your closet? Over the years, we accumulate clothes for all kinds of reasons. Maybe it's because we think we'll fit into them again one day, or perhaps they have sentimental value. But the truth is, the more clothes we hold on to, the more cluttered our closets become. Now, I'm not saying you should get rid of everything, but think about the clothes you wear regularly. How many items in your closet are gathering dust? If something no longer fits, or if you haven't worn it in the past year, it's time to let go of it. Holding on to clothes that you'll never wear is only adding unnecessary clutter to your life. Plus, keeping only the items that you truly love and feel good in will make getting dressed so much easier. You won't have to sift through piles of unused clothes to find what you actually want to wear. Simplifying your wardrobe is about comfort, practicality, and letting go of things that no longer suit your lifestyle. And just like with the furniture and kitchen appliances, it's about creating space, space to breathe, space to enjoy what you have, and space to live in a home that feels welcoming and easy to manage. So far, we've covered how to clear out excess furniture, unused kitchen gadgets, and clothes you don't wear anymore. Just think about how much more room you'll have in your home once you start letting go of these items. It's about creating a space that works for you and your current needs, not the clutter of your past. But don't worry, we're just getting started. There's more to tackle, and in the next part, we'll dive into even more items that could be adding to the clutter in your home. Stick with me, we're on a roll, and your home will feel so much better for it. Now that we've started the process of decluttering by removing excess furniture, kitchen appliances, and unnecessary clothing, let's move on to some other areas where the clutter might be creeping in. It's easy to overlook certain items because they're small or hidden away, but these things can still take up valuable space and contribute to that overwhelming feeling of clutter. Let's look at a few more things you might not even realize are holding you back. One of the most common clutter culprits is old paperwork. Over the years, we accumulate all sorts of documents, old bills, receipts, warranties, tax papers, and countless other papers that we think we might need just in case. But let me ask you, how often do you actually go through those piles of paper? If you're anything like most of us, probably not that often. In fact, many of these papers have outlived their usefulness, and the longer you hold on to them, the more they start to take over your home. It's time to start sorting through that mountain of paperwork. Most of it can be recycled or shredded. Take a few hours to go through your filing cabinets, drawers, or piles on your desk and separate what's necessary from what's not. Tax documents should be kept for a few years, but old utility bills and receipts that you don't need anymore? They can go. Not only will this make your home feel cleaner, but it'll also make it easier to find the things you actually need. And, by the way, if you don't have a shredder, it's worth investing in one to protect your personal information while you clear out the clutter. Another area that often gets overlooked is old electronics. We all have them, those devices that were once cutting edge but now sit forgotten in a drawer or on a shelf. Maybe it's that old smartphone, a dusty tablet, or a broken radio that you never use but can't seem to part with. You might be holding on to these electronics out of nostalgia or because you think you'll eventually fix them. But let's be honest, if they haven't been useful for a while, it's time to let go. You don't need to hold on to old technology that no longer works or serves a purpose. If they're still functional, you can donate them to someone who could use them. If they're broken, they might be able to be recycled. By clearing out old electronics, you not only free up space but also reduce the stress of having things that need attention but never quite get it. Plus, it can feel so good to get rid of the clutter that's hiding in drawers and on shelves. Then there's something that's often close to our hearts: keepsakes and sentimental items. Over the years, we accumulate all kinds of things: family heirlooms, mementos from trips, gifts from loved ones, and they start to pile up. It's completely natural to want to keep these items close as reminders of special moments in our lives. But as the years go by, it's easy for these keepsakes to begin to overwhelm us, especially if they're stored away and not being appreciated as they should be. This doesn't mean you have to get rid of everything that has sentimental value. It's about being selective. Ask yourself, do you truly treasure these items? Or have they just become another layer of clutter? If something has deep emotional value, it deserves a place of honor in your home. But if it's just one of many things you're keeping out of obligation, it may be time to consider letting it go or finding a new way to preserve the memory, maybe by taking a picture of it or writing down a story about it. By paring down your keepsakes, you can focus on the items that truly mean something to you, and create space for the memories to feel fresh and meaningful again. Plus, having fewer things to manage allows you to appreciate the memories attached to those items without feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of them. Speaking of keepsakes, let's talk about books. Many of us love books and have spent years building a library. Whether it's novels, cookbooks, or self-help guides, it's easy to collect a lot of them over time. But, like everything else, our reading habits change, and not every book in your collection needs to stay with you forever. Take a look at your bookshelf. How many of those books have you actually read in the past few years? Are there some that you keep for sentimental reasons but know you'll never read again? Perhaps there are some that you know could benefit someone else. Consider donating books that you no longer read or don't need. A smaller, more curated collection of books that you truly enjoy will free up space on your shelves and make your home feel less cluttered. Plus, you can always take advantage of the local library if you want to read something new. Now, while we're talking about items that take up space, let's consider the collection of holiday decorations many of us tend to accumulate. Holiday decorations can be incredibly sentimental, especially when they remind us of family traditions or special moments. But as the years go by, these decorations can start to take over our storage spaces, with no real need for all of them. If you find yourself holding on to multiple sets of decorations for various holidays, it might be time to streamline. Keep the decorations that truly bring you joy or have personal significance. If you've got multiple boxes of decorations that you've never used, now might be the time to pass them along or donate them. You'll create more space in your closets and feel lighter during the holidays without all the extra stuff to manage. By now, you can probably see a pattern emerging. Decluttering isn't just about getting rid of items, it's about making your space work for you. The fewer unnecessary items you have, the easier it is to move through your home, the less time you spend managing clutter, and the more room you have to enjoy what really matters. We've already tackled furniture, kitchen gadgets, clothes, paperwork, old electronics, keepsakes, books, and holiday decorations. You might be feeling lighter already, but believe me, there's still more to be done. The process of simplifying your home doesn't end with those obvious clutter spots. There are some hidden items, things you might not even think of, that are also taking up valuable space. Let's dive into those final areas and make sure we leave no stone unturned. One thing that often goes unnoticed is cleaning supplies. Over time, we accumulate all kinds of cleaning products, many of which are never used. How many bottles of surface cleaner or extra sponges do you really need? Or maybe you've got a pile of old rags and cloths that have seen better days. It's easy to buy cleaning products because they seem necessary, but having a lot of them only adds to the clutter. Take a good look at your cleaning supplies. Are there some that have been sitting in your cupboard, untouched, for months? If so, it's time to get rid of them. Keep only the essentials, maybe an all-purpose cleaner, a few sponges, and a mop or broom, and recycle the rest. Having fewer products means you'll be able to clean more efficiently and with less hassle. Plus, with less clutter in your cleaning space, it'll be easier to find what you actually use. Next up are those miscellaneous items that often accumulate in our homes over the years, everything from broken tools to unused craft supplies to old sports equipment. When was the last time you used the sewing kit you've been holding onto since the 80s, or the golf clubs that haven't seen a fairway in years? These are the kinds of items that sneak into drawers, cupboards, and garages, taking up space without serving any real purpose. Now, I'm not saying you should get rid of everything. You may still have hobbies you enjoy or need certain tools for occasional use. But take an honest look at what's really necessary. If you haven't used something in the past year, or more, it might be time to let it go. You can donate sports equipment to schools or community centers, or give those craft supplies to someone who'll put them to use. The key is to simplify and only hold on to the things that serve you right now. Let's also talk about extra linens, sheets, towels, blankets, that tend to accumulate over time. We all have those sets of sheets or towels we've kept, just in case, but if we're honest, how often do we really need them? Sure, it's nice to have backups, but at some point, too many extra sets of linens just create clutter. Go through your linen closet and consider donating the items you don't use. Keep only the essentials, a few sets of sheets and towels that are comfortable and in good condition. If you've got extra blankets, pillows, or other bedding that are taking up too much room, you don't need to hold on to them. Reducing the number of linens you store will make your closet feel more organized and functional, and it'll save you time when you need to grab something quickly. Now, here's one last thing to consider: personal care items. Like cleaning supplies, personal care products tend to accumulate over time. Bottles of shampoo, lotion, medications, and cosmetics, you probably have a lot more than you need. It's not unusual to hold on to products because we think we'll use them someday, but most of the time, they sit on shelves, collecting dust. Take a good look at your bathroom cabinets and drawers. Do you really need all those half-empty bottles of lotion or the expired medications? Consider throwing away anything that's expired, never been opened, or just doesn't work for you anymore. Keep only the essentials that you use every day. A simpler, cleaner bathroom will not only feel more organized, but it'll also make getting ready in the morning so much easier. And don't forget to properly dispose of any expired medications. It's important to do so safely. So, there we have it, an entire home that's lighter, more manageable, and more in tune with your current needs. But here's the best part. Once you've simplified your space, you'll realize that it's not just your home that feels better. Your mind and your mood will feel lighter, too. It's incredible how much clutter affects us, even when we don't realize it. By letting go of the things that no longer serve you, you create room not only in your home but in your life for the things that truly matter. It's important to remember that decluttering isn't a one-time event, it's an ongoing process. As you continue to live and grow, your needs will change, and that means your space will need to change, too. But now that you've taken the first steps, you have the tools to keep your home organized and free of unnecessary clutter. I want to leave you with a reminder. Simplifying your space isn't about being perfect or having a minimalist home. It's about creating a living environment that works for you, one that's comfortable, manageable, and full of the things you truly enjoy and need. Remember, small changes can make a big difference in how you feel in your space. You've got this. And as always, we'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've decided to part with after watching this video? Leave a comment below and share your experience. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more practical tips to make your life easier and more enjoyable. Here's to living your best life at any age, with a home that's just right for you.